Hello everyone. Right, so yeah, can officially say that this is probably going to be the last live stream of the new year for the model railway side, and for myself anyway. I'm sure there'll be somebody at midnight giving the old all that sort of stuff. So Haunted Halloween Railway Jake, good evening. Hot Dog Pilot Andy, good to see you, mate. Dropped in your stream earlier, only for a little bit. We had friends over today. So, yeah, been a little bit busy. Got various things going on here at the moment, including it's actually on the loader at the moment, having the sound file loaded onto it. It is probably about 2/3 of the way. Yeah, about 2/3 of the way. So fingers crossed we'll be able to get that onto the layout this evening. I do have like this weird kind of dilemma. So I thought I'd have a bit of a tidy up around the workshop. So I've cleaned up various bits and cleaned up lots of stuff on the floor and all this sort of stuff. Admittedly, I still need to run the Hoover around the place, but I do need to get on my hands and knees and look for a small little part, unfortunately. So there's two little side pieces for the valve gear on Sir Nigel Gresley, and I didn't realise that they were plastic. They weren't cast. I thought they were cast with the body. So yeah, I've got one piece in my hand just there. But the other one's done a disappearing act, so it will be the carpet gods have swallowed it whole somewhere, so I'll have to go carpet and I'll have to go to the carpet and see if I can find it. Hopefully I'll be able to. If not, I should be able to make a little replacement part, which is a bit disappointing, especially on that particular loco. I wanted to keep it as immaculate as I can. It will be having lamps eventually. Now, unfortunately, this is one of the new Hornby Doblo ones. Sir Nigel Gresley, so nice cast body and all this sort of stuff. It's a lovely model. But in my sort of haste to kind of get sound in it and all this kind of thing, I put sound in the tender. And I put the speaker in the tender, which I'm not overly a fan of. So I ended up doing that, and I did it and put it on the track and all this sort of stuff. And I thought, yeah, excellent, cool. Let's put it on the track and hear it, like this sort of thing. And with that, sorry, I'll just go and set all the signals. Just realised I've not done that yet. Yeah, so in my haste of kind of getting everything sorted and getting it all sound fitted up, ready for the stream and all this kind of stuff, I didn't actually realise that it didn't work. So popped it on the track, tried to move it, and no drive. And it was like, oh, that's not good. So check the decoder. Decoder was fine. Okay, like this sort of thing. Follow the wiring through. 21-pin sockets and the motor wiring. Yeah, that's fine. Follow the motor wiring through to the. They got this nice tender drawbar connection, where it's like a PCB board, and you sort of click the two together. And yeah, lo and behold, one of the little contacts, one of the little I don't know what you call them, the little bronze sort of wipers that go and touch all the thing, had basically broken off. Now, I'm, I was a bit perplexed myself. Obviously, I had the tender off, so I was a bit annoyed about that. So, needless to say, I stripped it all down, found a little piece of brass, and basically reattached it, resoldered it, and basically got it all working again. But of course, in the doing so, in the process to try and find this problem, I'd obviously had the loco body off as well. So I thought, well, I'm not going to go and put the loco body, back on without fitting a speaker. So yeah, I ended up putting a speaker in the front of it as well. So that was pretty cool. Let's just catch up with the chat a little bit. Hot Dog Pilot, Sodor Dan, good evening. Jerry BVR, Flying Visit, wish you all health, happy health and safe 2024. Sound and vision good. Valleys 56XX, good evening. Tim Muslin, good evening. Just check all. Smallwood Junction, good evening, everyone. It's pretty cool. Oh, okay. Sorry, just reading Sodor Dan's thing. Get your wife's tights or stockings over the end of the nozzle of the Hoover. Find the best parts that way. That's not a bad shout. Although saying that, I'll probably find about half a ton of wire, clippings, and all sorts of stuff. So, right. A little bit late in, so I do apologise. But for some infinite wisdom, I thought to myself, ooh, wouldn't this be a really cool idea if I could get the lights in my shed working? So last time I had the shed off, and you guys sort of saw it in the distance, that kind of thing. I tell you what, in actual fact, it's probably better with that camera. And of course there's a loco parked in the way. Let me just move that loco, hang on. We just hand have got it. So yeah, I fitted all the lights and all this sort of stuff into the shed, and I thought it'd be really cool to kind of see what it was like. As weird as this is going to sound, I'm going to turn the light off. I've still got to finish the lights. Obviously, the tower lights that you can see in the shed, they all need lighting up. And I definitely need something on this side of the turntable to kind of give me a bit more light in that area. But yeah, overall, I think it's coming along quite nicely. So plans are to basically wire the lighting in the garage onto Wi-Fi, basically. That's the heater kicking in there. The idea being that I will have RGB strips that basically run round, not so much the outside, but probably a little bit inbound, so they're kind of facing out towards the walls of the layout, that kind of thing. And the idea being that with the JMRI software, I will use the lighting controls on that to basically control the RGB lighting in here. So what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to do like daytime, dusk, overcast days, all that sort of stuff, and that will basically all work all on Wi-Fi, etc. That's the plan anyway. The proof will be in the pudding, that kind of thing. But I've got all the RGB strips. I actually have 125 feet of it. So I've got 4 rolls of 30 something, 38 feet or something like that, I think it is, or something like that. They're all connected into boxes and all this, control boxes and all this sort of stuff. As I said, there'll be one in here, so I have a spare plug up in the top corner there, ready for it. And what I'll also do is eventually I'll do the far end as well, but for starters I'll just get this little 10x10 that we're currently occupying in here as well. The idea being that, obviously those will come on, that'll give me the light and all this sort of stuff, and then I'll have the layout and all this lot, and then of course the main lights in here will basically be for when I'm in here working, all this sort of stuff as well. It looks pretty good. Lighting as a whole started to progress around the layout. I've got a few ideas with regards to the station as well. I've got loads and loads of the DCC Concepts or Gauge Master, whoever brand you want to call it. But I've got loads of their platform lighting and all that sort of stuff as well. The platform here as well. You've got all the lighting in there as well. So the little building towards the far side's got a little bit of lighting. As you can see, the station building needs to be painted on the inside because you can see the light bleed coming through. All the platform lights will all be done as well. Obviously I've got things like the little ground signal there you can see changing. I'll maybe put some lighting inside. I'll maybe put some very dim lighting in the buildings, like the pub and all those kind of things as well. So my idea is to basically kind of make this really, as atmospheric as I sort of can, that kind of thing. So yeah, it should be good. It's a bit of a tall order. As I said, the lighting side of it, the lighting control side of it is fairly new to me. So that'll be fun. I think it's probably the way to explain it. But I've got this. It's very new. It's a new feature in the JMRI. Is it 5? Yeah, so JMRI 5 and up, like this sort of thing. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, but you've basically got an on and off and a dim control and an intensity control, and then you can enable the control on the controllers, on the Wi-Fi controllers, like the tablets, etc. So yeah, I'll be able to set things like transition times and all this sort of stuff. My plan is to do it in a way that the layout sorry, Jerry BVR, when you say Wi-Fi on, do you mean the MO? No, it's no, Jerry. Basically, the JMRI will. I think it will. I need to clarify this and check it through. But basically, the RGB strip is basically Wi-Fi controlled, and it also has a controller. Sorry, let me put the light on because otherwise it's a bit daft trying to talk to you in the dark here. Ooh, let all the cameras adjust. But yeah, it's got an infrared control there as well, but it's also like Wi-Fi enabled as well. So the idea is I'm going to link into the Wi-Fi. I'm not sure. Don't flood me with questions. I'm not sure just yet quite how it's going to work, but that's the plan. The worst case scenario is I can always get our friendly neighbourhood Alexa to do it. Admittedly, I don't use Alexa, so mine's not going off right now. But yeah, I've got the ability of using just the remote to be able to do it all. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Quite how it's going to be set up, etc. It's all a bit new. It's all very new. It's certainly. I'm just going through the system now, just trying to find. It would be typical that I just cannot find the. Yeah, it would be typical that I just cannot find the actual thing I'm looking for now. Never mind. Oh well. Interesting to see how it goes. Yeah, it's certainly for me it'll be interesting. If I just put you onto the screen here, this is the simple light control as they call it. I don't know how well that's coming through on the screen. But yeah, that will basically just give me sort of standard sort of controls. Turn on and off bright light, turn on and off dim. Obviously there'll be lights shown in there. So the intention will be I think it's the tables. Yeah. So tables, what you can do is you can go in here and you can basically add lights into the actual system with hardware addresses, etc. So things like the lighting in the MPD area, etc. These are all basically linked into accessory decoders to control the lighting. So I'll be able to do it that way. But the control type, that's going to be interesting because I've got sensor, I've got fast clock followers, I've got turnout statuses, I've got timers, I've got sensors, and then I've got Wi-Fi. So it's going to be interesting to see how it does, how it works. How it does. But yeah, that's the plan. I mean, at the moment, annoyingly, I actually have the lights. If I go down the list here, these block of 400 here, they are the 5 outputs that are over on the accessory control. You can't see me. Why am I talking? You can't see me. Yeah. So basically, the accessory decoder over there basically has 5 outputs on it. I have another 5 outputs on this one in front of me as well, and that's going to do all the station area, etc. And then my other plan is to, like, little lights like the signal boxes and all this sort of stuff, they'll just be on all the time with track power, or the accessory bus, should I say. These panels as well, I do have a little plan to put a little LED in those. Not sure what colour I want to use, if I'm honest. I thought about red, but just don't think red would look right in that. Blue is going to be way too intense, so I don't really want to use blue. Green might be cool. You know, I've got green indicators on my my Yamork YD7001, or what was known as the DR5000. So there's green and red indicators on there, so green LEDs might be quite cool to sort of show that as well. At the moment, sorry, I'm quite tired tonight, and you know, I have taken a Barocca just to sort of pipe me up a little bit, just to help me through this evening and everything like that. Hey, Steve Clark, sorry, I've just noticed you in the chat there. Sorry, mate. Yeah, good to see you in the chat, mate. Really appreciate it. Hope to see you in the new year, or see you next year. I love saying that to people. See you next year. It makes it sound so funny, even though next year's tomorrow. But yeah, there we go. You need Thomas and Duck on an express. That would be entertaining. I think would probably be the word. You can see I've got my new calendar just there, ready for the new year. So thanks, Mum. She's also bought me some funny T-shirts as well, actually, as well as my socks as well. She bought me these socks where basically I've got this, basically 2 arrows that, if you imagine me with my feet up like that kind of thing, the socks point up like this sort of thing, and it basically says this guy has an awesome wife. So yeah, you can see the sense of humour here. Obviously my wife found them absolutely hilariously funny, but there we go. Phil Morton, good evening. Likewise, says Steve. Yeah, no, it's going to be good. Need to get out to Gilling, need to do some steaming, etc. Need to get out and do some bits on the big railway stuff as well. Got to go some more recordings, etc. So yeah, I've got my recordings of Nigel Gresley now in use, so I'm really happy about that. I have had to borrow a few templates for the time being, just to get everything sorted and running for this evening's stream tonight. So I will say that I need to go back and work on this file. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll get Gresley on the track, because it's just finished loading. Oh, it's so heavy! I hope they put good motors in these die-cast models, because they are extremely heavy. So I've not selected this one yet, so I need to go roster. I need to go down and find Sir Nigel Gresley. There it is. Hopefully all the whistles and everything. Yeah, look at that. So little day out at the Neem Valley, and we managed to go and record some bits from Sir Nigel Gresley, so that was pretty cool. I do have an intention to put a lamp on the tender, and then I'm going to put 2 lamps on the front as well. What's that noise? Now, annoyingly, I've left a... Yeah. I've left this in the way, sorry guys. You'd think by now that I would actually prepare for... Ooh, I need to put some figures in that one. Ooh, I've not done that yet. Oh, we could do that. Oh, we could do that. Should we do that? Why don't we do that? Let's do that. Have I got lots of figures? I think I have. Saying that, I've just remembered why I haven't got any figures in that particular loco, because I'm waiting for me. I'm actually waiting for me to appear so I can fit myself into an all green class 37. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Oh, that's quiet. Oops. Hang on. Remember what I did last time now? I put my chair right up, didn't I? That way I can see. Yeah. Donk. I'm just going to shut the 37 down for the time being. Gus gets up so high, doesn't it? Right, let's just play catch up with the chat. I'll have to ready up, I'm guessing you said read, up on setting up and using Arduinos. Yeah, there's quite a few people that do Arduino stuff. Phil's quite a fan of Arduinos, if I remember correctly. Oh, there he is. Look, I'm a huge fan of Arduinos. There we go. And everything over Wi-Fi, then hard wires. Woo! Without the 37s in force? I'm afraid not. The only 37 that's on the layout this evening is that green one. I can't believe I actually have to look around to see this. No, my other 7... my other 7 Acura scale ones are in the cabinet, and my two Bachmann ones, dare I say this live on a stream, but my two Bachmann ones with the working fans and all this lot, so they're the sound fitted deluxe models, but what I've done is I've taken the Zimo chips out and I've replaced them with ESU chips, mainly because I want to use my own sound file like this, and yeah, I'm probably going to end up selling them, if I'm honest. Ever since I kind of got these Acura scale ones, especially the green ones, I find I'm not using them, and I can't remember what they were. They were well over £300. So yeah, I'm not using them. So yeah, I'm thinking I can get them sold, and I can buy more Acura scale ones. Or more models like this. But yeah, obviously the lamps on the front of this aren't working at the moment. They've just been added for this evening's effect. But eventually I will put the working lamps on it, and I'll do like Thomas as well, where I use the glue and glaze to basically make a little lens in the front and everything. So yeah, that'll be cool once that's done. I'll also then have a single one on the rear tender as well. The other problem you'll see as well, that the lamps are actually the wrong style. They're the LMSBR ones. Not sure if those would be used on it or if it would be the round ones, but I think the round ones would look just that little bit nicer on the front. These are the Model U 3D print ones. So yeah, I've got to basically put lamps in them, feed the wires through, etc. Although saying that, it's just dawned on me actually, drilling through that cast body, that's going to be a little bit fun thinking about it. Interesting. Steve with a comment of your A4 needs some proper lamps on it. Those are LMS ones. So yeah, I'm glad somebody agrees with me anyway. But yeah, they are basically just there for they've just been put on for this evening's stream. I am fully aware that I have the wrong lamps on them as well. Hornby, in their infinite wisdom as well, they do this thing where they have the firebox glow that works off the track power. I'm not sure how much I like that idea, because obviously, you know, the coal shoveling comes on and off as it needs to, etc, etc. So I'm thinking I mean you need to do something there. But obviously the biggest downfall with all this as well is obviously the tender connection only has four wipers, so 2 for the motor and 2 for the pickups, and the decoder's actually in the tender on these as well. So that means I have to pass additional wires through the loco somehow. Now at the moment I've just got a red and black wire that runs down one side of the tender connection, which works okay, but I have noticed at times I might just need to paint them black, is basically what I'm getting at, because yeah, you'll probably see that red one at some point. But anyway, let's make sure I can actually run something. I've still not wired up that double slip down the far end. Yes, I should be able to run that. Okay, so I should be able to run that. Now, here's also the next problem. I've not actually run this around my layout yet. I've only had it on a rolling road. So this will be the first time this loco runs round the layout. So let's hope it works. It's a good start. I've not set the blooming points or the signals, but there we go. I want to try this again. I'm not happy with this. I mucked up there. It wouldn't be a John JMC stream without some weird and wacky manoeuvres. So yeah, let's So yeah, you can see the firebox glow there. It's quite subdued, so in that sort of sense I don't mind it too much, but I'd like to do something more with it, is probably where I'm kind of envisaging going with it. So I have so many whistles, and I literally have 3 F keys that basically just have all different types. So I've got long whistles, short whistles and toot whistles, all on 3 different keys. The idea for that being that, you know, it obviously gives us a... Oh, I've gone the wrong side. Oh, I need to get these marked up. This should be a pretty cool shot. Just a shame I haven't got the lamps working on the front of it yet. got a weird little funny. I don't know if that's coming through on the camera or not, but I've got a weird funny little click in one of my recordings, so I need to have a little look at that. So, right, Jerry, thank you very much for popping in. Happy New Year. See you next year. And yeah, we'll no doubt see you on another stream somewhere. Go down to number 8. I'm a bit cautious about this because I haven't actually run it round this loop yet. So I need to make sure it does actually go through the loop. Again, need to do some more work with the loop at the far end as well. So I kind of got sidetracked by doing all the diesel depot and all this sort of stuff, but I've kind of felt that I need to get my attention back on this end of the layout to finish it all up. Like, this corner is severely lacking in anything. It's just dumped there. I need to finish off the MPD behind me there as well. Okay. Alright, so that's died there. Breakers are good. That's disappointing. Okay. That's also intriguing as well, because it doesn't look like the loco. It doesn't look like the loco wheels are picking up. Those tender connections on the Hornby models don't seem to be doing great. So yeah, I'll have to look into that and find out why that's not working now. Goody. Obviously that double slip that we can see on the left hand side of the screen, that's unfortunately dead at this precise moment in time. So, of course, the other thing I need to check is the ABC. See if the ABC is actually working on this. I haven't actually ran that either. Let's give it some speed. Hey, how do, John, Mr. Ward? Good evening, mate. Thanks for coming over earlier. We really enjoyed your company. And yeah, I did feel okay. I was alright. I was a little bit ill earlier today, guys. So I was thinking, do I cancel the stream? But, you know, it's the last one of the year, so I've got to get it in. Look at that. First time round the layout. Happy to report it's gone. Lovely. Look at that. Very good. Right. Need to see if this is going to stop. I don't know if it will. I haven't tested this yet either. Oh, it's slowing. Hey, look at that. It works. Woohoo! Lovely. The A4 sounded spot on this afternoon. It's developed a little bit of a problem now, actually, Johnny. There's a funny little knocking sort of noise. I'm not sure if I missed it on the recordings or anything, but I've just literally noticed it this evening. So, but it does sound good. I'm happy to report. Mark Wilson, good evening. Happy New Year. Thank you very much for popping in this evening. Really do appreciate it. Ooh, need to slow it down. There's something there that's not quite right with that sound edit. I will need to address that, I think. just realising this is like the first time this loco has actually gone round the layout, and I'm doing it live on camera. So yeah, I'm happy to report it is working pretty good actually. So 3 bonk, 3 bonk, 3 bonk. Yeah, that's what it says. Tell the driver to slow down a bit. Middle big end always melts when they go over 125. Excellent. Heritage Road, good evening. Hope you're all well. Yes, hope you're well, and Happy New Year. So we need to get a 37 out of the way. This is another thing I need to do at some point. This whole area, I need to rip all the platform back out so I can redo this. This is my biggest bugbear with the railway. I have done something to that back scene, and as you can see, it's all smeared and awful and horrible, and so I'm going to redo that. I do have the new ones to do, so there we go. I have heard of them. Yep, sorry, Alex Dent, have you heard of Monk's Bar Model Shop? I have. Oh, that sounds better. Yeah, they do sound really cool, don't they? Let's be honest. Even better when it takes the train with it. Hand of God moment. I need to get my fence done along there actually. There should be a barbed wire fence that goes along that track edge and that. I need to get that sorted as well. Wrong one! Oh, we'll mark them up eventually. Looks a bit stuttery, that, doesn't it? It does. It looks a bit stuttery, that camera angle. Alan Price, it's the local model shop to me. 7 miles from me. Ooh. And good evening, Alan. I think I did see you in the chat earlier. I thought I did anyway, but I missed you, so I'm ever so sorry. And Happy New Year, mate. Hope you're well, and hope to catch up with you in the new year at one of these lovely exhibitions that we always seem to be going to. Oh, how did everybody find my little uncoupling video? I hope it was helpful. Sorry, did I just... What? John, did you see the 537s in a convoy on YouTube? No. I missed that. Please send us the link. Please pop the link in the chat, Mark. That's awesome. What's the sound file you use in your 37s? These are the Acurascale 37s. So I buy them sound fitted from Acurascale. It's a really good sound file, so I really like it. So yeah, definitely, if you've got the opportunity to get one or pop on their website. And to be honest, the price they sell the decoders for is a really good price, actually. So yeah, definitely look out for that one. That's really cool. That figure on the bridge looks like... That figure on the bridge looks like me, according to my girlfriend. It's not. It's Richard Watson from New Junction, actually. What about the coaches? Steve, what about the coaches? They're going to stay there. I'm going to send the loco onto the turntable first. Speaking of the turntable, I think it's blocked, actually. I think the turntable is blocked, actually. What's in the way? Ow! Jubilee. The Jubilee is in the way. Need to get the overview. Oh, sorry. Right, I see what you're saying. Hey, what the frick? Right, what have I disturbed? That should have changed. That's not changing. Why is that not changing? Because the board's not powered. Why is the board not powered? Okay. I seem to have a dry shoulder joint just on that board. Well, on the wires to the board, should I say. That's better. I thought it was weird I didn't hear them move. This is the only problem I've got. I haven't got that nice overview one. No, mind you, I do have that, so not too bad, I suppose. For those of you that have just joined us, yes, you are watching a LNER locomotive, Sir Nigel Gresley, running around my layout. Honestly, just too good. You know, just too good not to say no to. Danger of working in a model railway shop. You get it up for testing for somebody and you see how nice it is, and then you think, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to have one of them. Oh, that's a bit short, I think. Et voilà. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. This is one of those models that only literally just fits on my turntable too. So I need to come forward a little bit. There we go. That's on. Right. Spin me right round. So, in the chat, guys, what did we all get for Christmas? So, this was the Christmas gift to myself. So, yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. As you can see, I've obviously added all the little detail bits to it as well. I do need to get the lamps on it right. And I do need to get the round lamps as well. I'll acknowledge that fact. So, in the chat, guys, come on. I've not seen the chat update for a while, so yeah. I saw Nigel Gresley run on the Severn Valley Railway last spring. Saw it sporting black livery then. Oh, wow, you saw it in the plain black livery as opposed to the blue. I mean, I saw it at the Nene Valley in this blue livery. A friend of mine's got a 5-inch gauge one in this blue livery. And I took that to Gilling in August, and honestly, for somebody that sits there and goes on YouTube and gets himself on a camera all the time, I was actually quite what's the word I'm looking for? I was actually quite shocked and overwhelmed with the amount of cameras that were trained on me whilst I was on that engine. It was unbelievable. It was absolutely mad. It was crazy. I need to turn that down a bit as well. What does everybody think of the satin finish as well? There was a comment made to me on my Instagram actually, saying that it needs to be more shiny. I quite like it like that because it does kind of blend in a little bit. So yeah. For this occasion, ham it up. What's that, Mark? You like? Ooh, you like A4s. Yeah, they are really nice. I'm sorry. Even I've got to stick my hand up and say, you know, when I saw this one, it was a case of, do you know what? In actual fact, this has got to be on my wish list, I think. So, yeah. Tim, how much was my A4? I'm not going to say that. I don't think it's very fair. I will point out, though, that I missed out on pre-orders and all this sort of stuff. So I didn't get it on pre-order, and I didn't get it with my staff discount. So obviously working in the industry, you do get perks. So I didn't buy this at staff discount. I don't really want to say how much I paid for it, but it's probably the most I have paid for a model in a very, very long time. So yeah, I think I was lucky to find one. I kind of got excited and started doing loads of bits with it and all this kind of stuff. And then I realised a few little problems that this particular one had. So in hindsight, I probably should have gave it a good look over before I dived into it. But you know, these are little things that I can fix being a modeler. You know, this is something that kind of gripes me a little bit. You know, people, you know, we pay a lot of money for a model. Yes, I understand that, but are we not modelers? Can we not, you know, can we not touch something up with a paintbrush? Can we not dab hand at something? You know, and yeah, all right, fine. The argument is you do pay a lot of money for something, so you should get it immaculate, you should get it perfect, and all this sort of stuff. But the reality is, it just doesn't happen sometimes. So I would rather pick up a paintbrush and just touch in the little corners, you know, where the paint's just been slightly nicked, that sort of thing. The actual body itself is actually all right. It's actually the cab, in between the tender and the cab. There's a few little nicks in the paint, just on the corners. I don't know if that's transit. I don't know if that's where the tender moves around. I'm not entirely sure what it's from or how it's happened. But, you know, for the sake of me just getting a little tiny blob of black paint, just a touch of black paint, it's just worth me doing that. And at the end of the day, I've got a model now. I mean, there was only 510 of these produced, and this is actually a shocker to me, because usually everything I get on Bloomin' exclusive or anything like that always tends to be high numbers, but this particular one's a Bloomin' 15. Yeah, so this is number 15 out of 510, and I'm so gobsmacked to have a really low number that I'm just like, do you know what? In actual fact, I will keep it. But yeah, I do really like the A4. I think it's a lovely model. I think Hornby have done justice to this model as well. You know, obviously the previous one was a split chassis. I think it was Hornby that did it, and I've got in my head that Batman might have done one as well. Should be playing the whistles, really. Naughty! You saw nothing. Oh, bump. I didn't realise they were there, actually. Oh, lovely. I got the train pack from Rapido with the GNER J70 tram and the two bogie coaches. Is it the one that blue? The blue liveried one? Because I tell you what, I saw that a while ago. The blue is phenomenal. I do think the woodwork could do with just a little bit of weathering, just to sort of take that horrible sort of orangey kind of sort of colour out of it. But yeah, they are really cool too. Tim, so it's more than a class 37 from Akira scale then, damn. Yes, it is more than a class 37 from Akira scale. I think the Akira scale 37s are, I've got in my head about 260 or 280 or something like that. This was a little bit more. if I'm honest. So yeah, there we go. New Junction, Happy New Year, John, and the channel. Thank you very much, mate. Happy New Year to you and your channel as well. Apparently there's a gentleman in the chat, Sodor Dan, who says he looks like the chap on the bridge. I have corrected him and told him it actually is you. So there we go. Hope you're well, mate, and hope your family are well. Happy New Year. I'll see you next year, buddy. I love saying, I don't know why, I just love saying see you next year. I just do. It's just comical, I think. But anyway, let's get this thing out of here. Should have a 37 coming back at some point. Thomas to 84, that's a jump. Considering Thomas was my last project, yeah, it is a bit of a change around, isn't it? So yeah, I think everyone thought I was going to do Zimmo in this one, but in actual fact I've gone ESU. I was toying with the idea of just getting one of the sort of normal sound files that are out there at the moment. The Howls do quite a good one, Loco Man does a good one. But yeah, obviously being Christmas sort of time and all this lot, it's a bit hard to get things done and sorted and correct. I wanted to use all of my plethora of whistles that I have, so yeah, I've literally ended up doing it myself. Obviously the sound file's a work in progress. It's not quite finished yet. Look at that, I've spoiled it. This is the best shot. Alan Price, yes, the J70 does require a little bit of weathering. I can hear a 37, doo-dah, doo-dah. Ooh, slowly in. That's because I'm... one is... I have to make note of this, right? So Nigel Gresley is 6007. The 37 that's currently on the screen is 6,700, so that was a bit confusing for me there. That was a wee bit confusing then. Oh, wrong one again. Hornby are selling the A4s for 320. Yeah, I didn't pay that for it, if I'm honest, but Tim 288 from Rails. I think they're all sold out. Well, I hope they're all sold out. Otherwise, I could have bought one of them. But never mind. I've got it now anyway. So. Rails of Sheffield, yeah. Sheffield Rail. Well, this is the Great Gathering set, Jake. So, yeah. Josh is holding his ear. Josh is holding his ear, although I think it has more to do with teething than the sound of the tractor. That's quite funny. He's brilliant. He is just brilliant. I've stupidly parked this van right in front of where I need to see. There we go. I mean, with regards to the TTS sound, I mean, I'm not a fan. The main reason I don't like the TTS sound, etc., is because the sound doesn't synchronise to the chuff of the locomotive. So that's really a bugbear for me. Like, I want to look at an A4 and I want to see six beats of revolution. Now, I will stick my hand up and say that mine's not quite right at the moment. At high speed I seem to get less than 6, and at low speeds I get 7, 6 and a bit, that kind of thing, so it's not quite right. Do you know what I've just thought? Yep, so we need to check the wheel pickups on the locomotive are actually doing a job, because they're not. Thought it was very quiet down that end. We'll definitely be teething, mine teeth as well, John. It's weird, it doesn't look like that point's gone over. Looks weird without a driver. What models are you looking forward to being released in 2024, John? Well, we've got more Acura Scale 37s coming. Yes, I want more. We've got the little 70 horsepower Drury Bagnalls in the 009 range coming. So yeah, I'm looking forward to those. I have recordings of that engine as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on those and doing a new sound file, etc. Maybe adding some lighting, etc. Because I know what I'm like. If I can put lights in it, I will now. That kind of thing. So that'll be kind of cool to do. Look forward to that. I've kind of got this little appeal for the Cavalax Class 56 at the moment. I saw some early samples of it, and I was really impressed. I like the dual operated fan, i.e. there's two separate working fans in it as well. So one fan runs and one fan comes on when the engine's working hard and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, they've really gone to town on it. Overall samples that I've seen have been really nice. Liveries, not entirely sure what I'd get. I might partake in a Class 70 in a Colas rail. I know a certain gentleman who's not in the chat, who's selling one. So I might have a chat with him and see what he would do me his Colas rail 74. And there she is, Miss JMC herself. She's in the chat if anybody wants to say Happy New Year to her. What was that? The 56 they gave us has been running great this year. Looks nice as well. Cool, that's nice to know, Phil. I'm really annoyed I didn't get over to Blakemere with the layout, actually. I'd have liked to have come and brought some of these locos with me for a nice run, but sadly wasn't meant to be. Oh! That's a problem. Oh well. How have the 66 on Akira scale been running at Phil Morton? Actually, that's a good point. I've got two of them coming. Actually, I've got the prostate cancer one, and I've got the new. Was it the Samaritans one they did? You Are Never Alone. So yeah, I've got both of them on pre-order, so they'll be coming next year. I've got the. Crikey, I've got loads of stuff coming from Akira scale. Thinking about it, I've got 4 of the coaches. I've got one of the Deltics. I've got loads of stuff coming actually from Akira scale actually. So yeah, Akira scale will be lots of stuff coming from Akira scale next year for me. Yeah. Did anybody just see a hand of God there? Yes. It's just, let's be honest. It's my railway. It's my rules, and generally when there's a coach left in the middle of the station that I didn't notice, I don't really have much option but to grab it by hand. Anyway, I could have got the John shunter out, actually, thinking about it. I could have got John out and given that a good shunt around, so yeah. Need to turn that reverser sound down. It's a bit loud. I mean, what's everybody's first impressions of the What's everybody's first impressions of my sound file, just out of interest? Blame the signaller. Yeah. Yeah, there's only one problem with that. He's me. I want to get the John 08 out now and have a play. So a good camera angle, the fact that you can see all the way over here. Hello! But I don't like the fact you can see my nice shiny head. See the fire in the... Oh, that's interesting, thinking about it. The fire's still working, so... That's curious. Obviously the tender wheels aren't... Maybe I need to do an 08 sound file. Maybe that's what's next. I mean, the Digitrains one is good, but I mean, that's the only whistle options we got. So I'd like a few more whistles on there, to be honest. So yeah. The handy thing is now you can add your own sounds using the ZPP config. So yeah, so that's kind of cool. We do have the figures fitted inside. We do have figures fitted inside this model, so there's a Model U figure, and then there is one of the girls in Railway, I think it is, females in Railways or something. So it's one of the Joanne Crompton ones. So yeah, she's in the 08. So that's pretty cool. I do have other ones of her, like the shovel one and all this sort of stuff. She's going to be a fireman on one of my engines. I'm not sure which one yet, but there we go. Anyone planning to go to ScotRail? We're going to ScotRail, yes. Look forward to that, actually. Get home. (20 past 8) already. Mad is goodness, isn't it? So I'll be at Ali Pally, Getz and Worley next year. We're planning on going, I think. Yes, we are definitely going. Don't worry about that. Ali Pally, we probably won't make it to. Ali Pally is not my favourite show by any stretch of the imagination. I hate Ali Pally, actually, if I'm honest. It's a nuisance to get to. It's a pain in the arse of a venue. Yeah, not really one on my bucket list. Getz definitely, Worley most definitely. But let's talk about the new kid on the block as well. We've got Model Rail Live next year as well. So this will be the Key Publishing's new venture. They're going to be doing a everything model exhibition at the NEC. So that'll be pretty cool. So yeah, look forward to that. So that should be good. Need to turn it round. Oh, hello, that's back already. What's the NEC? The National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham. So that should be pretty cool. I'm going to have my layout Halland at the show. So that'll be pretty cool. Looking forward to that. I think that's in April, I want to say. It's April the... hang on. Let's just set that up. 27th and 28th of April. So yeah, looking forward to that. That should be a good one. Last weekend of April, yep. Oh yeah, haven't you got your stupidly large layout going there, Phil? Thinking about it. Cab light on. Ding. It's down there somewhere. At least I think it is. Yeah, that should be a good one. I might be there for that one. Oh, really? Whatever makes you think you've got a choice. I'd just love to get some of my engines and run them on a huge layout. Like, some of mine would be really cool to see on a layout like that. I'd be well up for that. "208 feet." Is that end to end? That's mad. 208 feet. You'd be standing there. I'm going to stand at one end and just watch a train coming in the distance. Pretend I'm a kid on a blooming. That's mad. Well, you know, you're always welcome. Yeah, well, definitely going to take you up on that one, mate. So, yeah. I'll tell you what I should do. Let's do it. Atmosphere. Ah! All my locos have lights and all that sort of stuff on them. It's just my coaches that don't have any lights on them, unfortunately. So, yeah. Does anybody else think this ground signal just here... Oh, it's over here somewhere. Where is it? It's there. Anybody think that's just a wee bit bright, or is it just me? Wow. I mean, that's just one of the Train Tech ones that I've just wired in, basically, but yeah. So, as you can see, the whole layout has underlighting. So that's pretty cool. It means that I can do this and have a bit of fun. I need to get some lighting. I need to get some lighting over here in this area. That's the only thing. Maybe some street lights or something like that. Actually, I've got a load of little street lamps. So yeah, maybe I can do something with those. For that little area. Makes it look like there's a light on outside. Hello. Of course, all the bugs appear when you flipping well turn the lights off. What are you doing here? You can naff off. Really? I don't know why, I've never noticed this before, but there is a huge white, under one of my rocks on this side piece here, over here, there is a huge white bit. And I've never seen that before, and yet I turn the lights out, and then I notice it. What? That is so bizarre. Things are weird. Right, now this is the danger. Anybody else think that cab light is just a wee bit bright? Let's turn it down. Turn it off. So yeah, as you can see there, guys, I've got to do some touching into the station building. It's a wee bit what's the word? The resin doesn't block the light out very well, so I need to paint the inside of the buildings with some enamel. Enamel? Yeah, enamel black. Excuse me. So it basically gets rid of that as well. Suggestions from my manager: you need some spotters on the platform with their iPhones held aloft, perhaps with a couple of folks with cameras, etc. Well, there is something interesting about that. Yeah, this is great fun doing this in the dark. There he is. Right. In this box here, I have a rather large collection of figures, but the reason I'm getting this particular one out, I'll just skip to me. There is a man with a camera, and you can see there's some wires coming out of it. Now, if I can find my silly little batteries, which I bet I can't find at this precise moment in time. Oh dear, that's all gone horribly wrong. You will never ever find something that you want when you need it. Did I put it in my toolbox? Let's have a look. I can't remember where I put him. Oh, there it is. Right, hang on. All this nonsense. Is that a... No way. Look at that. See a bloody spider's web under my layout. God. Disgusting. Sack the cleaner. There we are. Let's bring him back a bit. Ooh, focus. Focus. I want it in focus. Oh, the camera's gone horribly out of focus now. What's just happened there? Come on. Bring it back. Come on, out here. Out here. Anyway, what I was trying to show you was little man. Ah, lost the wire. Little man, camera flash. Is that the sort of thing you meant? So yeah, little cameraman. Just there. What is this camera doing? Oh my goodness. There we go. So yeah, little cameraman. Just there, little tiny flash. So that should be pretty cool when I eventually get round to adding people and stuff to the platform. But now we're going to go over there. This is the only problem with this. I have no idea. I actually have currently no idea where the heck Sir Nigel Gresley is at the moment, because I don't have any lights. Well, I do have lights, but they're not wired up yet. Like that one there. You can just see dimly lit. So yeah, I've got to finish off the wiring of a lot of lights over in that side, but hopefully I'll get there. And again, this is a area of the layout that kind of suffers a little bit when it comes to lighting as well. So again, I need to do something over here with some street lamps, yard lamps, etc. My manager is impressed. Very good. Where's my white crane? White cane? Oh dear. Right, now the convenient thing is, even though I can't see Sir Nigel Gresley, I can see it on block detection when it's actually in the siding. So the second I see it in the siding, there we go. Merchant 35013, good evening Andy, I hope you're well mate, Happy New Year to you, and maybe I'll see you next year even. Might see you next year at some point, maybe, who knows. So, quick, order some carrots. I mean, I don't, does it come out well on camera like that, or what's our thoughts? You know, can you see it well? Does it work well? Does it, you know, does it come across well, or do I need more lighting on the layout, that sort of thing? Annoyingly, I thought I had loads of lighting, but when I actually went into my box to actually look for the lights, it turned out I only had about 4 or 5 lights. I swore I had crud loads more. It kind of makes me wonder if somebody pinched something. Yeah, it's very strange how I was under the impression I had loads of lights, but they've all disappeared. So yeah, very bewildered, very confused by that. Anyway, let's get 37 out of the way. In actual fact, I'll need to start parking these things up actually. You can't see nothing. Are you serious? It doesn't show up anything. Shall I put the lights back on then? I thought it'd be fun to do like yeah, alright, I'll put the lights back on. Ugh, flash of light. It's now really bright for me now. Put a shilling in the electric. Thanks, Dad. So, Terrick there. That's my dad, if anybody's wondering. Well, it might be my dad, it might be my mum, actually. all the cameras now adjusting badly to the light. There we are. How cool is that? Sorry. Major problem down the far end. I was trying to brack a train into the siding. That's not worked. Give me a sec. Right, sorry about that. Right, sorry about that. Just dropping off the coaches. Oh, it's all going wrong in the last 5 minutes. Heating out here is basically done via the I've got a 3 kilowatt heater there. There's a 2 kilowatt heater in the other end of the garage. The curtain there is basically to keep the heat in this end, so I'm not heating the whole room basically. It's my way of trying to keep the cost down. Now I do need to figure out a much better way of heating the place, if I'm honest, because it does cost me a lot to heat out here. So yeah, I need to look at something like the heater pumps or something like that. Mainly because it's just a case of it's just getting silly. Now the cost keeps going up and up and up. So yeah, I do need to invest in a much better heating solution out here. Obviously it's quite well insulated up there. The walls could do with more insulation, if I'm honest. Now, had I known then what I know now, etc. Before I'd have actually put this layout up on the wall, etc., I would have probably lined the walls with some plasterboard with foam insulation on the back. So that way it would have been a lot more. It would have been a lot more insulated. So yeah, bit of a shame, but I'll have to come up with a solution or something. I'll have to think of something. Because yeah, you are right. It does cost a lot. Let's set it up. Right, so I need to get Grizzly quickly. He needs to come out of the siding. Oh dear. Here I am doing all the stuff and you can't see anything. Oh. Hey, I've not gone to that camera since we had the lights off earlier. So, this is poor old Roger. What? Oops. Again with a hard punt into the... Darn it. I managed to get that back on the track. I simply put a lodger in my basement and the layout room is in the spare bedroom. Excellent. Right, let's get Sir Nigel Gresley out of here. Maybe the right direction might help. Right, well we're coming up to the last 10 minutes of the stream now, guys, so we'll get this down the far end. That's a good camera angle. Excellent. Very cool. Right, need to go to that one. Because I bet it's going to die on that scissor crossover. I really do need to spend some time and get that wired up. So anyway, what I should do now is I should basically just say, you know, Happy New Year to everyone. You know, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting the channel. It's been greatly appreciated throughout the year. It's been so nice to see lots of you at exhibitions, etc. I've really enjoyed meeting you all and really enjoyed... I can't believe how many people actually watch my channel. It baffles me in some respects, but I'm very humbled and very flattered at the same time. So thank you all very much. Is probably the best thing I can say to you. I hope you've had a good 2023. I hope we're going to have an even better 2024, and I hope to see lots of you all at the exhibition circuits, etc. It's been... It's just been mad. I can't believe we're here already. It's just such a... It's just such a bonkers year. It really is. You know, how has it gone so fast? It's just, it's crazy. Obviously, there's been a lot of change for me. There's been lots of big things that have happened to me this year. Obviously, I've left Digitrains. I'm now working at Rails of Sheffield. It's all change. It's all been a huge, massive change. And I thank you all for all your support. You're chatting with me on a Sunday night. At the end of the day, I did this. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I did this as a bit of a blog to kind of follow the progress of my layout. Admittedly, at times, working in the industry and coming home to a layout it's really, really hard to kind of muster any enthusiasm to actually come out and do my own stuff. Because I just, some days I leave and I just think I don't want to see another model railway in my life. So yeah, that is a sad. That is a very sad thing to say, but at the end of the day, I'm honest to a fault. I always have been. So yeah, I really appreciate it all as well. Thank you. So happy New Year to everyone. Again, massive thanks. Wow, I just can't believe another year's gone, and here we are, pretty much a couple of hours off the new year. It's going to be crazy. So yeah, I might very well put the lights out for this, because obviously this particular engine's got lots of lights in it. See how it looks, I guess. See how it looks. It's dark. Sorry, me saying it's dark just reminded me of the fact that it's dark. I might fall into a precipice. If anybody knows the film, but there we go. Yeah, so basically the traditional Blue Pullman to finish off the evening. I say that, and I'm very tempted to get the Blue Pullman in, get it out, and then bring Sir Nigel Gresley back, because honestly, I'm absolutely loving that loco at the moment. There she is. Blue Pullman. Lots of blue lights. Lots of pretty lights. The cameras don't really work that well at night, though, do they? They seem to be really stuttery and blurry. I don't know if that is the small cameras. Yeah, it might just be the small cameras, thinking about it. Might just be the small cameras. If I put it on the main cam there, oh, maybe even that looks a little bit stuttery, but it works. I really do need to get some people in this. Whoops, I'm gonna crash. Stop! 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 Oh, never mind. There we go. Right, anyway, I think my plan is Thomas should be the last one. No, none of my Blue Pullman all my Blue Pullman coaches are actually part of the rake. So, no. We can't do that. Oh, what happened there? Oh, the lights went out. Whoa, that looks cool. That's very black though, isn't it? That's very dark. We need to do something about that. But that looks kind of cool with the lights though. I do like that. Right, anyway. Fun's over. Put the lights back on. Everyone gets blinded, including me. Ah! So bright! Let's just get it down the far end. It's going quite a rate. Oh, there you go. I was about to say it's going quite a rate, so it should appear fairly quickly, I would have thought. Back you come, Grizzly. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Quite a fair old rake. Ooh, cameras are getting a bit flashy. Sorry about that. Wow. Might be something to bear in mind when I do actually There we are, guys. So thank you ever so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. It goes a long way. I say it goes a long way to the channel, but you know, the channel is what the channel is. I don't do it for views. I don't do it for the publicity or anything like that. I do it as a way of documenting what I'm doing and how I do things. It's like, you know, you guys asked me about the uncoupling that I do in the station. So for me, it was a case of let's do a quick video on the coupling. So that's what I did, and you know, it was really cool to do. So yeah, right. On that note, come on then, Thomas. See us off into the new year. Yeah. Yeah, I did it. Obviously, Thomas has now got his new face on as well. So, yeah. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Although I do need to touch up around his eyes a little bit. His eyes are a little bit scary. So there we go, guys. Last train for the year. Thomas the Tank Engine. Really do appreciate it. Thank you ever so much for another year. Thank you ever so much to everyone that supports the channel. Really do appreciate it. Take care. Have a fab new year.